Hi, it's Ed Kramer, and welcome to my CGI History channel. This is the final major studio clip from the show I co-curated way back in 1986 for the local New York Siggraph chapter. So everybody who attended the Siggraph conference on computer graphics in the 1980s knew the name Pacific Data Images. You couldn't turn on the TV without seeing one of their network animation packages for, like, NBC, ABC, CBS, HBO, Showtime, and clients like Entertainment Tonight and Del Monte Foods, Volkswagen, the 1988 Olympics, ABC's Wide World of Sports, Monday Night Football, and pretty much any big-name client who wanted the most beautifully designed CGI logo their commercials or show opens had ever seen. But the other side of PDI that us Siggraph insiders knew was that every year Carl, Richard, Glenn, and everyone else on the team contributed to PDI's in-house short films, which inevitably premiered at the Siggraph conference of the year they were made. So in the 1980s, the Siggraph main event was originally called the Film and Video Show. It eventually morphed into the Electronic Theater, and one of the highlights of every year's show was these short films from PDI you're getting snippets of right now. The shorts were always funny, sometimes poignant, and usually, like Chromosaurus here, they illustrated some technique that PDI was currently developing, like this use of reflection mapping on the dinosaurs. So just a little personal story. While I was gainfully employed as one of Manhattan's top Bosch FGS 4000 animators at a place called CompuGraph Designs, I sneaked off one weekend in April of 1987 and interviewed with PDI. I expected to sit down with key people for an interview, but it turned out to be an entire day of interviews. First with Carl in his office, then with Glenn and Richard, then another interview with Jamie Dixon and Thad Baer. It was like a full day of interviews with practically everybody in the company. But my timing could not have been worse. The interview was only a few days before the whole digital omnibus able DOA nightmare happened, and all of a sudden all the best CGI artists in the world were unemployed and available. Since I was still collecting a nice steady paycheck every week, I had no problem with how it turned out, but it sure would have been one great place to have worked. So in the following years, PDI worked on tons of projects, including the second all-CGI feature film, Ants. And they had quite a future as the foundations of DreamWorks Studios, but all that came after the Siggraph show, so I advise checking Wikipedia and Terrence Mason's excellent book, CG 101, for further info on Pacific Data Images. See you guys next week.
Get all your fusion and fission needs at Botco, the #1 name in high-energy fuels. Matter, antimatter, it doesn't matter at Botco. Our cheerful, speedy attendants can handle them all. Don't pay those expensive re-entry fees. We'll bring the widest variety of particles, subparticle, and theoretical energy fuels factory direct to you. Positrons, bosons, or diesel in astronomical quantities and down-to-earth prices that won't put a black hole in your wallet. Next door or across the universe. Botco. Tomorrow's fuels, tomorrow's prices.